Hey guys, welcome to another video of mine, AA, and this is your Chelsea Transfer Daily, keeping up to date with all the Chelsea transfer news. And in this video we have two stories. The first story does regard Alexander Golovin from CSKA Moscow, strongly linked with Chelsea, basically a done deal. And the second story does regard Alvaro Morata wanting to leave Chelsea. Now I've got some very interesting news regarding Alexander Golovin from my sources. Many outlets and reports have also reported this. And basically Chelsea have entered the race for CSKA Moscow midfielder Golovin, and basically Juventus were leading the race for Golovin, but Chelsea are now the favourites to make his signature, and he will most likely be our first summer sign. That's what basically my source informed me. Many outlets such as Goal.com, Talksport have also reported this. Now it is kind of come out of the blue. Now obviously we've been linked with Seri throughout most of this window, and in the last couple of days Golovin has emerged as a front runner for us. Now, obviously, I can see this logically and financially. Obviously, now, Juventus were leading. They were putting a €20 million bid. And Chelsea are willing to give a €23 million bid. And obviously, price-wise, it makes logical sense. He's very talented, has a huge, bright future ahead of him. Also, you've got that Russian link, obviously. Alexander Golovin is Russian. Roman Abramovich is also Russian. So you've got that Russian connection. But he's 100% a Roman Abramovich signing. You know, Maurizio Sarri was interviewed at Napoli, you know, a couple years ago, about likes of Golovin, and he just basically said that he's a very talented player. He's got a huge future ahead of him. He's very skilled, but he didn't really expand on that. He didn't really elaborate on that, which kind of gives me the indication that it was more Roman Abramovich who's really pushing for this move. But Sarri did state that he's not really wanting to buy players in the market. He just improves and develops players. But I'm excited. I'm really excited. I want to see how Golovin does. He's had a really good World Cup so far with Russia. He's had a good season for CSKA Moscow, if I'm not mistaken. Scored a lot of goals. He's a very good free kick taker, as we've seen. And yeah, he's basically a maestro. He's very good. You know, playmaker, midfielder, deep line midfielder, and he'll do bits. I reckon he'll do. Especially, it's interesting to see him under a manager like Sarri, who can develop him and take him to our next level. It'll be really interesting. I'm really intrigued to see what Sarri can do with the likes of Golovin. Now, obviously, if we do sign Golovin, it does mean that Sarri will not be signed, because obviously not going to get two. Now, Ruben Loftus-Cheek is definitely not going to be sold, but obviously, he does want first choice football, and Chelsea cannot guarantee that, so he will most likely go on loan. But he will, or if we do send, there will be a buyback clause. We're not just selling him for good, if that makes sense. But no, I'm excited. You know, my first choice would be Seri, but I would not be disappointed with Golovin. I think Golovin is very talented, very skilled, and like I said, it'd be very interesting to see how we'd do under a manager like Maurizio Sarri. So yeah, we just have to wait and see on that one. Now, obviously, like I said, my sources reported this to me, and basically we can't. You know, everything is done. Golovin's basically done. Like he said, it's potentially a done deal, and it's also going to be our first summer signing. However, we can't sign anything until Sarri's announced. Obviously, the saga keeps continuing. I'm not sure. It's up in arms at the moment. But once that's announced, things will pick up pace. So another couple of signings that are done as well. Regani's obviously done. I'll make a video on that soon. So Regani's a done deal. Golovin looks like a done deal. And obviously, Martial was also picking up pace. So things are going on behind the scenes. We have to be patient as fans, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, Golovin is heavily linked, and it's almost a done deal. And yeah, it's going to be quite interesting to see Golovin at Chelsea. And the second story does regard Alvaro Morata. Now, obviously, with Alvaro Morata, obviously, you know, there's been a lot of indications that he's wanting to leave. Obviously, his wife, etc., is Italian. They're having kids. She's pregnant. Obviously, he's obviously stated that he's unsettled in London as well as his family. He's basically thinking for the future. And obviously, my source has told me that a meeting will take place next week regarding Alvaro Morata's agent and with the club. And the club basically had enough of this saga. You know, they want to get the deal, you know, signed by other clubs. They want to, you know, sell Morata, but they do value him over £60 million or 60 million euros. They want to get the fee from what they signed him last summer. They don't want to lose any money on Alvaro Morata. However, that would be very difficult considering he hasn't had a very good season. Juventus are the front runners. Obviously, he wants to return to Italy. He's got best mates there. His family lives there. His wife's Italian. He's got kids coming. So he's really thinking about the future. It makes logical sense, you know. I feel for the guy, you know. He's had back injuries throughout this whole year. And, you know, you just got to feel for the guy. But he wants to return back to Italy, and Chelsea will not get him under 60 million euros. Now, a logical financial way that Juventus could afford Morata is basically paying in installments and having a complete buy option right at the end. That could be a possibility, but he does want to return back to Italy, wherever it's Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan. Obviously, AC Milan have been bound from the Europa League for 1 year, so zero European football. I doubt Morata will go to AC Milan. Also, AC Milan are quite bankrupt. Their owners, they haven't got the funds. Inter Milan is a big possibility. However, they have got Mauro Icardi's son, Javi Martinez, as well, from South America, who's very, very young, got a huge future ahead of him. So Juventus is a likely one. Now, if he does go to Juventus, it does mean there's a good possibility we'll get Higuain in return, which I don't want personally. You saw in the World Cup, he's very poor, and he's too old in my opinion. I think he's too immobile, and he just wouldn't fit the Premier League. But that's the reports of Alvaro Morata. He does want to leave. He has, informed that he's unsettled in London. He wants his family in Italy, all his mates, his family's in Italy. And it just makes sense for him, he hasn't adapted to the league, he's not physical enough. And he'd really struggle. I feel sad. I really wanted Morata to work out, but it hasn't worked out for Morata. And it's best for all parties if Morata goes back to Italy and Chelsea get the funds and we invest in a new striker, i.e. Anthony Martial, or get Higuain in a swap deal. Simple as that. That's what my source informed me. Other reports and outlets have also said it. Other channels have also reported it as well. And yeah, it looks like it's a strong possibility that Alvaro Morata will be leaving Chelsea. Now, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you want Morata to leave? Are you happy with the potential signing of Golovin? And yeah, I'll see you for my next video. Peace.